Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and today I'm going to make a card holder. I know that I've made them in the past, but this is one that I haven't even made before, and it's going to be for the cards that I made just the other day or maybe yesterday. I'm not sure when I'm posting it, but for me, I made it earlier today. But I made these 8 cards and envelopes, and you can see that on a separate video. And then for this one, I'm going to make a matching card holder, and this is going to be a present for a friend of mine. So what you need is you need a base color. So in this particular case, it's black. And then you also need an accent color. So this is my hot pink. So the base, you need 2 pieces that are 6 by 9. You need a piece of 4.5 by, sorry, I'm lying. 2 pieces that are 6 by 9 and a piece that is 7 by 6. You also need, for me, I need a couple pieces that are, how long are these? 6 by 1.5 inches. And then for my decorative pieces, I need 2 pieces that are 5 7/8 by 4 3/8. And I'll try to leave all of this below, and if I forget, please let me know. But this is going to be the front and the back of the card holder. So I went ahead and embossed it to match my cards. You could use an embossing folder to do yours. You could use designer paper, whatever you wanted to do. And then for the sides, I also embossed these, and there are 4 of them cut at 4 3/8 by 7/8. And then I have 2 that I didn't emboss for the bottom, which is 5 7/8 by 7/8. So these are going to be on the bottom, so I didn't emboss those. So those are all of the sizes that I need. And for these, I'm going to go ahead and punch them so I won't forget what these are for. And this is the embossing folder I used. It's just kind of snowflakey, but to me it's just dots. But I don't know, you could use it for snowflakes too, and I think I have. But I'm going to use this punch, and I didn't show this on my last one, so I thought I would show you the whole procedure on this one. And what I like to do is put a piece of cardstock underneath this, because this punch will leave lots of little pieces from all these little dots. So I put it in, and I put it just, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through, and then you can slide it, and you can see when you're sliding it that you want to line these dots up with this. So you want to make sure that the lace shows through, so you can see the silver dots through the little holes, and that means you have it lined up. Oops, don't move it again. And then you can punch again, and it will line them all up for you. So it's really kind of neat once you figure out how to do it and use it. It works really well. It's sometimes a little easy to get off though, so you gotta be careful and pay attention. And like, I didn't get all the way through on that one, but I just pop it off and it's fine. So here is my front for that, and it kind of looks like I may have gotten it a little crooked. And this will go on here like this. And I'm going to actually trim it down a little bit, but I'll trim them both because I don't like it so wide. But I'd rather it start out wide and then cut it down to size. All right, so now you'll see what I'm talking about. It leaves all of these little dots and little pieces of paper. So I like to have a scrap piece handy underneath it to catch everything. And then I can just pick that up and throw that in the trash. And then my scrap is still good. So then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to cut these down to about 3/4 of an inch, which is what I did for the actual cards themselves. So now these will match, and that can be trash, or you can use it for whatever you want. But for me, I'm not keeping those little scraps anymore. I used to keep it all, but I don't do that anymore. And I'm going to leave this out because I need to score my two largest pieces of the base. So the bases that are 6 by 9, I'm going to score them the exact same way. And I'm going to score them at 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches from each side. So 1/2 inch, I'm trying to do it at the front so you can see. Whoops. 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches. Let me move my glue. And I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to do the same thing. 1/2 inch. Oops. And 1.5 inches. Did I do that right? Oh, I screwed up. 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches. Even when I was doing that in my head, I was saying measure twice, and I didn't. 1.5 inches. Okay, so 1.5 inches and 1/2 inch. Oops. And I'm just going to go ahead and fold them so I know, just because I don't want to mess up where I accidentally hit the score line, but it'll be okay. I'm not going to worry. And then on the short side, I want to score this at 4.5 and 5.5 inches. So I'm just going to go right in here, score it at 4.5, and then move it to 5.5. Just like that. Then I'm going to do the same thing to this one. So on the long side, I'm going to score it on the 1/2 inch mark, being careful that it's the 1/2 inch, and then the 1.5 inch. Turn it over, do the 1/2 inch and 1.5. Turn it this way, and I'm going to do 4.5. And 5.5. So now I'm just going to burnish all of these edges. Folded those, that's good, and that's good too. Okay, so now what I need to do is cut off this bottom square. So you want to cut on the right of the score line, just barely in a V up to the score line. So I'm cutting past the first one to the second one, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side, past the first one to the second one, in a small slight V. So you can see maybe that these lines aren't straight. This one goes in like that, and that one comes down like that. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to cut a small line from here to there, and then a small line to the right of this side, like that. And then I'm going to do that to both of them. And I would say that this cardstock that you use for, the decorated part, it doesn't really matter, but this one you want to be pretty heavy cardstock. You want it to be substantial so that it will actually stand up and hold what you need it to hold. And now I'm going to take some tear and tape, and I'm going to put it along the bottom. So I'm doing it on the smallest, the 1/2 inch portion of all of the sides. And so the key, one of the keys to tear and tape is to make sure that you put it down really well with your finger. Or with a bone folder, you could use that too, just to make sure it's pressed down there really well. And I'm doing the same thing with both of them. Okay, and then when I have those ready, I'm going to get the middle section ready, and that's what this 7 by 6 inch piece is for. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 7-inch side. I'm going to round 2 of the corners at the top, and I'm going to use I think I'll start with my 1/4 inch, and if I don't like that, I'll move it to a 1/2 inch. And I think I'll go with the 1/2 inch. But you can round them whatever size you want. And then I'm going to take my 2-inch hole punch, and I'm going to put this in the middle. So let me just line this up with something. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means the 3rd one is the middle. I'm going to turn my punch over and push it in as far as I can, and then line this thing up again. And I'm just eyeballing it. I want this to be in the middle. Oops, it moved a little. Let me hold it up. I think I can do it better if I look at it this way. I just pushed it in as far as it would go, and then I just punched a hole. Now you can be done with this now, but I think what I'm going to do, because I have some extra of this color, whatever I'm trying to say, cardstock, I'm going to punch 2 holes. Ooh, and be careful not to pinch yourself. And I should have gone in a little further there, I think. I'm wondering now if I shouldn't have cut that side first, or cut this one first. Let's see. If I take this and put this in the middle. Oh, I definitely should have moved it down. See what I did here? I made it no good. Okay. Well, I can get, I don't even know if this isn't even the same color. I messed up all over the place on this one. I want it to be the same color for sure. That's okay. I have the same color. So let's do this. I'm going to push it all the way in. And I'm going to punch 2 holes. 1, and I think I'll go this way. 2. And this is with the 2-inch punch, and then this is a 2.5 inch punch. And I'm going to put this in, and of course it doesn't go in as far. Arg. So I'm going to have to trim some of this off. Okay, and then I just want to line up, and I can see it through this plastic. I'm sure you can't, and I'm sorry for that. Oh, here, maybe I can move that and you can see it better. But I just want to get a little flowery shape. So what I'm doing is I'm just lining up this hole that I've already punched. So it's centered in the scallop punch. So then I can punch it out and it's a little flower. That one's not quite as good as the first one, but that's okay. These are also fun for when you're doing a project or whatever. You can punch this in one color and then you can put this on top in another color and it fits nicely like that. And I am going to go ahead and trim this down so I can use it as a scrap. This is a scrap. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this around here like that, and then I'll do the same on the other side. And to attach those, I'm just going to use my art glitter glue that I love. Then I will just center this around that circle. And then I'll do the same thing with this one. And where's my cap? I'm going to decorate this before I attach them to that, but that part is done for now. I'm going to take the largest piece of your patterned paper, whatever that may be, and I'm going to glue that to the outside. And then I'm going to take my scalloped piece and I'm going to glue that to this outside just to match the card. So I'm doing it about 1/3 of the way up or 2/3 of the way down, however you want to look at it. Then I'm going to take the side piece that is embossed and whoops, it's going to go there. There. And then one of the bottom pieces, which is not embossed, I'm just going to put this, and this is totally not even necessary, but I'm just going to put that right there. So there's one side that's decorated, one panel, and we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Whoops. Got a little crazy with my glue. doing the exact same thing, putting the embossed sides on the sides. Then I'll put this punched piece right there. And then I'm not going to put the little, I have a little doll that I'm going to put on to match the cards, but I'm not going to put that on until after I decide which side I like better, and I won't do that until I have put all of this together. So I'm going to go ahead and peel off my tear and tape. So I go about 1/4 of an inch down with my pointy tool and wiggle it through. This is a, it's not a pokey tool, it's called a piercing tool. So I am going to, I put it right between the layers of the tape and the cover and get it off that way. So then what I'm going to do is take it this way, I think, and line that up with the bottom of this, because I want this all to be on the bottom. So I'm just going to line it up like that. And then I'm going to take one of the sides and bring it up so it matches the side of the handle. And this is what I'm calling the handle. And it's okay if it's not really stuck on there quite yet. I will get it, because this tear and tape is a very strong stuff, which is why I chose to use it. And then what I like to do, especially in places where I can't reach very well, is I take my bone folder and just really get in there and push down with my bone folder so that I know that this is stuck down. It's cute already, isn't it? And then we have the other side to do the exact same thing too. So I'm taking my piercing tool and just fishing it through between the layer of the tape and the protective coating. I'm going to do it kind of the same way. Fold that down and then make sure that I get it even in the middle. I'll go ahead and use my bone folder here. Bring this up and line it up, and then do the same thing with this side. Then I'm going to push this down with my bone folder. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. Then I'm going to see which side I might like better. And if I can't tell the difference, that's even better. And I really can't, so that's awesome. I'm going to take my little girl, and I have little dimensionals on it already. And I'm just going to stick her, I think I'm going to put her right in the middle. And I didn't put a bow on the cards, but because this has extra, this is a lot more space, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a little bow with this black ribbon. If I can get my fingers to cooperate. There we go. Alright, and then when I have the bow the way I want it, I will trim off the ends. Oops. Try that again. I think I'll put it up there. And for that, I'm going to use a glue dot and my paper piercer. There we go. I think that's really cute. And then we're almost done. The only thing left is to clean up my work area. Put a cap on my glue. And then I need to fill my card holder with my cards. So I'm going to put 4 cards and 4 envelopes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know what I might do is just put 1 behind each one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then these will go in here like so, and then I will do the same with this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we go. Isn't that cute? Have my whole cards, and it's a gift ready to give. So thanks for watching. I hope that you give this a try. I think that you would love it for yourself, or you could use it as a nice, easy gift for someone, maybe even for Christmas. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.